Alright, so Genshin Impact is better than Wuthering Waves in every way, but it's in quotations, so I don't think this is Tectone saying this. I think it's clickbait. So, Tectone3, even the Wuwa subreddit called the story at Tectone, it's not just the performance issues that's bad with this game. So, I actually heard from, I forgot who it was yesterday. I can't remember who it was that came into chat, but they said that they were having ping issues and that they physically couldn't play. The game lags. It hasn't lagged for me. I mean, not that I've noticed. I'll keep an eye out, but it could also be because I'm so used to Tower Fantasy lagging that I don't even notice it. But I'll check. Ping issues were common complaints, so is the lag spikes you notice when you try to counter and dodge. Huh. Okay, I'll have to keep a lookout. I don't think I've encountered anything like that. Maybe like the occasional like normal like little pause skip, but nothing crazy. Because it's still launch day, so it's more likely. Yeah, it's definitely overwhelmed. That's what you get. Oh, I mean, what am I at right now? I'm at 88. So maybe it just depends on location. I don't know. And I'm also streaming, right? So, anyways,
it's time. Hey man, listen. Everything that you're saying, I've already said. Like, I put out a YouTube video on it. I put out a Twitter post on it. Like, regardless of all of...
How the heck does he already have 3 5 stars? Did he wail on this?
The issues that Wuthering Waves had, Genshin Impact has those same issues for 4 years, and they're never going to get fixed. So why are we acting like only one game has issues? It makes no sense. Sounds hypocritical when you literally skip 90% of Wuwa story while you at least watch the Genshin stories.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for the pink stuff.
So you think I'm hypocritical. So what you're saying is that I did all of Genshin story, right?
It's time.
So you're saying I did all of Genshin story, but I...
So, one thing that I found out today about Wuthering Waves versus Genshin. So, everyone kept talking about, like, oh yeah, you know, like, there's endgame content, and they all kept saying that there was endgame content. I thought, originally, that it was the holograms. And that still might be a part of it, because they kept saying, oh yeah, you know, there's different difficulties to the holograms. And it's like, okay, but Genshin has that for their domain bosses, so I don't understand that. Like, how's that endgame content? But now I found out that what is the actual endgame content is the echoes. And as far as the echoes go, theoretically, you can infinitely farm them so long as you just join other people's worlds every time. But the echoes are a replacement for artifacts. So what I don't get is that really in-game content, just hunting for artifacts? I mean, I guess you can just run around the world and get like the standard, you know, like little enemies around the map every day. But it doesn't seem like... I thought it was going to be something crazier, like just like a boss that you can just keep fighting and fighting, kind of like TOF, where it's like, you know, you get like one shard of a cosmetic or something, but I don't know. Some of them are getting Genshin Impact copy paste. Yeah, I mean, I can see how, you know, like the echo system is better than the artifact system. However, from what I know, whenever you level up your echoes, they get random substats, and they get, I think the gold gets 5 substats, and they're all randomized. So isn't it just artifacts, but with extra steps? But rolling such upgrading the substats does consume said resin? Really? I didn't even know that. Then, yeah. So then it's the exact same. Now, they could come out with different stuff, higher difficulties as the game progresses. But yeah, so it's similar, but upgrading your substats actually seems to be more consuming. Okay, I'll have to actually look into that part of the ecosystem. I don't know. Like, grinding for artifacts, I can definitely see would be more annoying because you can only, get so many a day so long as you have resin. So I think the constant ecosystem of trying to get like the gold where you can just constantly fight them, I think that's better. But I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more. But like I said, I'll have to look more into it. Anyways, back to the video.
Wuthering Waves. Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure that's exactly what you're saying. Okay? While you're calling me
what did you say?
Wuthering Waves. Is that what you're saying? Right? It's saying is that I did all of Genshin's story, right? It's time. So you're saying I did all of Genshin's story, but I skipped Wuthering Waves. Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure that's exactly what you're saying. Okay? While you're calling me hypocrite here, so let's hear it. Sounds hypocritical when you literally skipped 9 minutes of Wuwa story while you at least watch the Genshin stories, right? Is that what you're saying? No, go ahead. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it again. Say it again. Go ahead.
To roll for the hidden substat.
No, go ahead. Okay. So you're saying I skipped more in Wuwa. So here's a fun fact. I haven't skipped any Wuthering Waves main story that I haven't already experienced in the closed beta test. And that's why I said in the beginning of Wuthering Waves, you really spam through unvoiced dialogue. No. I already skipped that. What do you mean caught, bitch? Are you retarded? Bro, I skip every single unvoiced dialogue. Every single game I do that. Every single game. In Wuthering Waves, I've already done the main story for the CBT2. This guy's actually retarded. Here, I'll write it down. That way you can read it. Okay, hold up. Let's pull it up. I skip every side quest unvoiced in every game without exception.
I see my way clear.
I haven't skipped any main story quest I haven't already experienced in this CBT. So go ahead. Tell me how I'm wrong. We get it, you don't like Hoyo, but want that bag. Okay, so I want to let you know, I have made now 8 times the amount that I've been paid for the sponsorship for Wuthering Waves by merely just streaming.
I see my way clear.
Okay? You glazing on the game for shit that should have been fixed before release isn't good. Like what? What have I been glazing that needs finishing and polishing? Let me know what I've been glazing specifically that isn't in a good state right now. You're saying the devs rolling out emergency hotfixes is good. It is. When a game has an issue and the devs respond and fix it, that's a great thing. Rather than ignoring it and saying it's a feature, not a bug. That's not good, shipping out unfinished products. Well, then if you don't want a unfinished game, then you shouldn't support Genshin Impact either. Because the amount of bugs that existed on day 1 were insane. They should have been fixed beforehand? Okay, so we're doing rules for thee, but not for me, are we? Bug Mega Thread 1.0 4 years ago on the release of Genshin Impact. So why is it rules?
Yeah, at least as far as the bug fixes go, I'm on Tectone side for that. I mean, shit, look at Tower Fantasy. Look at Tower Fantasy, and I love that game. So, yeah, but as far as the story goes, I mean, I'm not too deep into the main story, but so far, it's kind of eh. I mean, the opening sequence was cool. It was really cute how the god held our hand. I thought we were going to kiss, but we didn't. So that was a little bit disappointing, but it seemed very... Okay, I'm just tired of the we're someone who lost all of our memories, and we just wake up in a new world. Because that was Genshin, that was Tower Fantasy, and now it's this. I'm just tired of that trope. And then the very beginning sequence with that god, it just reminded me of just a different take on Genshin Impact, and I was wishing that it was going to take a completely different route. It could still, hey, at least we don't have a brother technically, but I swear if they say that turns out we have a brother, and if you're playing as the male MC, you find out that you have a sister, that's going to piss me off. That's actually going to piss me off. I'm tired of this brother and sister shit. He claimed Ua give him a bigger payout than Hoyoverse, or was it the rando? So the one in his chat was saying that he's riding the pecker of Wu-Wa right now because it's giving him the most views. Which, it's definitely giving him the most views, and I definitely think a lot of these streamers are riding the pecker of Wu-Wa. But it's a fine game. Story ain't bad because another girl rejected you. And yes, it is. Okay, I deserve Galaxy Mama. Okay. Anyways,
It's for thee, but not for me. So then you're saying Genshin Impact shouldn't be finished as well. Is that right?
and every single game that gets released nowadays, which is really depressing, is an unfinished game. So,
At least Genshin didn't have major performance issues.
oh, dude.
So you're saying that having characters have their face deleted, having people be able to go into...
Yeah, this person must not have played any game day one.
to other people's co-op world with Kave and delete artifact domain?
Yes. Yeah, like, you know, everything in the gacha space will always be referred back to Genshin, and nothing is ever going to be Genshin. We will never get another Genshin Impact. You know, and trying to compare where Genshin is currently to this game, it's very unfair just because, again, yeah, like Genshin is light years ahead of anything that a new game can show. Just like how I wouldn't compare Tower Fantasy now versus day one Tower Fantasy, because that was absolute horseshit. But, you know, it's going to evolve, and it's going to change, and I'm excited for it. But again, it's just another game to add to everyone's arsenal, right? And that's what gacha games are. You know, I'm doing Genshin, Tower Fantasy, kind of right now, Wu-Wa, and then solo leveling Arise. You know? So, and again, like, nothing is ever going to be like Tower Fantasy, nothing's ever going to be like Wu-Wa, and nothing is going to be like Genshin. Like, it's just its own thing. It's like if I were to always chase the high that I got whenever I was playing The Witcher 3. Because any open world game, whether it's Dark Souls or whatever, I'm always going to say, dude, compared to The Witcher 3, this game sucks. You know?
Domains isn't a serious issue? Are you telling me that Arlecchino's bug versus Dvalin that still exists today, where the developers say it's a feature, not a bug, is fine? It's literally unplayable for a significant chunk of players still. Okay. So, are you saying that Genshin Impact did not have a serious issue where it was breaking people's phones on launch by overheating it and people not being able to run it on mobile? Now you're just being disingenuous? Where am I being disingenuous? Go ahead. Compared to Genshin, Wu-Wa has more issues. That's an undisputable fact. Okay?
Currently,
so what you're
yes.
saying is,
Currently.
well, this game's messed up, but this game's more messed up. So this one's perfectly fine, and the other one's a bad.
Like I said, I will keep repeating this till the day I die. If they turn everything in TOF into a single-player story game, it will beat every single gacha game known to man. 100%.
Bad guy.
I will stand by that, and I will keep banging TOF till the day I die.
Is that what you're saying? Because it seemed to me like you ignore all of Genshin's issues, but yet you have to acknowledge every single one for Wuthering Waves. I'm not saying that. You're twisting my words, Shill. Okay, then what are you saying?
Clear.
Let me know exactly.
Okay, one of these days they will sponsor me, and who's it by? Level Infinite, I think. They're gonna be like, wow, look at this untamed guy. He spent so much of his own hard-earned money on our game and got nothing out of it. So let's just toss him any 5-star character that he wants, and then I'm gonna be like, hell yeah. Boom, Riku.
Exactly
Who's the
what
dummy
it is
now?
that you're saying. I want to know exactly what it is that you're saying. Because so far, I've disproven every single one of your claims, and you continue to move the goalpost. Because here's the thing. I'm not saying Wuthering Waves doesn't have issues. I've actually said it has issues multiple times about the voice acting and the story.
I was just about to say Gato. There's Gato. And I'm sure there's more.
But what I'm saying is the game is playable. Were people saying it is in mass unplayable? That is simply not true. It is unplayable for some people, but for the large majority, it is still playable. I'm saying don't praise the incompetent devs for fixing shit and saying, oh, Tentpole is insane. So let me tell you why I'm doing that. Because when Genshin Impact does bug fixes or hot fixes, whenever it happens, we get rewarded about maybe.
So whenever it comes to like fixing issues as soon as they pop up, yes, I agree. They shouldn't have been in the game in the first place. Oh, the fucking gnat almost entered my drink. Fucking, dude, this gnat is relentless. Holy shit, I need to block off the top. Whenever it comes to all of like the hot fixes that we've been getting for this game, yes, it should have been fixed beforehand, but if they fix it and then compensate us for it, that's what I love. Because that's what everyone in TOF loved. You know, if you stuck with the game, anytime any of us found a bug, you know, we would talk about it in world chat, and the whole world chat would just be like, "Oh, look, you know, 1,000 dark crystals incoming." You know, so we were all excited whenever we found the bugs because that meant free stuff. So them finding a bug and immediately fixing it and then giving us free shit for it, that's what I love. However, whenever there's an issue with Genshin, if there's maintenance or anything, I feel like the compensation isn't what it should be. Or if there's an issue with the game, they just kind of fix it in the next update and don't really give us anything. In fact, you can instantly recall their names for we lost. Oh, I remember Maggie. Oh, and also, okay, there's this other one. I can't remember their name, but I'll remember. Kamikaze.
100 primo gems, maybe if we're lucky, even 480. I'm saying
no. I swear that gnat was a kamikaze. Like it could have actually gotten into my drink, and now I'm kind of concerned because it was like dive bombing it, and now I don't know where the gnat went, so it could have went in there. I'm probably gonna dump out my energy drink into the water once I finish it.
We get a bug fix in this game, we got a 10 pull. So in comparison, it's pretty good that we get 10 to 6x the amount of rewards that we get from the other game. Story issues are way too late to fix. That's crazy because they just fixed the story in beta as well. And honestly, here's another hot take. I don't think the story's bad, I think the delivery's bad. And I think it's the voice act.
Story issues are way too late to fix. So aren't they actually coming out with updates in Genshin that take out parts of the story? Or that makes certain story quests side quests now, if I'm not mistaken. You get energy.
And I think they can retroactively address the voice lines. So go ahead. Keep going, man. The delivery's bad. I think the delivery's bad. And I think it's the voice acting. And I think they can retroactively address the voice lines.
Yes, the voice lines suck. It's not necessarily the voice actor's fault. They're just reading their lines. But the lines suck. That is one thing that I hate.
So go ahead. Keep going, man. We can sit here all day. It's in release, bro. They can rewrite in beta. They can 1,000,000% change voice lines and change voice work.
Keep your fans
Post-launch.
sharp.
They can 1,000,000% do that. There is nothing saying that you can't change that. I'm saying the plot, you disingenuous fuck. I think plot is subjective on whether you enjoy it or not, and it's not an objective fact that something is unenjoyable or not. Right? So I'm saying the voice acting. See, for example, if I made a plate of spaghetti,
I see my way
if I made a
clear.
plate of spaghetti, 10 people are gonna eat it, 8 might enjoy it, 2 might not. It's subjective. That's why I'm saying the delivery is bad, not the actual story. I feel like if the voice actors were changed and gave different intention and the voice direction was changed, it would be much better. So continue to tell me how I'm being a shill. You skipping 90% of the game is evidence it's bad. I skipped 90% of Genshin Impact as well.
Keep your fangs sharp.
I literally hired somebody to go on my account to play the game for me, and that includes main story quest. So far for Wuthering Waves, I've skipped 0% main story quest. But I am skipping the side quest, as I do for every game. And yet you're still glazing, Jesus Christ. And look at that. And suddenly, I don't think you can defend your points anymore. So do you have anything else that you think you've caught me on, Mr. Tectone? This game is going to be dead at the end of I don't.
Hey, don't. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Tectone3, chill out there. Don't. You hit me in the crossfire, man. No.
I don't have any more points, so I'm going to just say the game is dead. This game is going to be dead in like TOF, and you'll be back to farming that this game wasn't that good in a few months. Okay, well then I'll see you in a few months. That's the same thing that people said for Honkai Star Rail too. How I'd give up on that game, I wouldn't play it, and then I would shit talk it. That's wild, right?
So I think whenever it comes to other gacha games nowadays, people will play it, glaze it, and stick with it out of spite because they're so sick of Genshin. So I do think Tectone 100% glazes this game, and it's just annoying whenever, like, it's okay to say bad things about a game, right? Like I glaze TOF. That's fine. I'll keep doing it. But if Tectone would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna glaze the shit out of this game. I'm gonna do horrible things to this game because I want it to be better than what it is currently, and I think that it's gonna be an insanely good, maybe possibly long-term game that could compete with Genshin, in the sense that it'll make Genshin have to get better in order to stay super far ahead of Wuthering Waves. If you would just say that, I'd be chill.
Remember that? And then y'all said that game would be dead too. You remember that?
And I don't play Honkai, but I think turn-based games are dumb.
That's wild. You can't have longevity
I
without a
don't
good
like
story or characters. Yeah, I know, dude. League is dead. Yeah, I know, dude. Smash Bros is dead.
That's why I only played like one
True.
Pokemon game.
Again, being disingenuous. Oh, really? How? How am I being disingenuous? Go ahead. You're comparing apples to oranges? Okay. Well, you gave me a vague statement. I am giving you points to counter it. If you don't want me to make vague comparisons, then make specific comparisons.
Pour this in here.
This is a story-focused game. Says who? Says who? Who said that? Who said that this is a story-focused game? Let me know. Let me know where the dev said that.
See, this dude is digging himself into a hole. This is definitely, at least from what I've seen, this has never been advertised as a story-based game. Same thing with TOF. It was never advertised as a story game. It was advertised as an MMO, RPG, team-based. Yeah. I'm talking about TOF. Woo-wah? I think Woo-wah has always been advertised as a end-game combat game. What a waste of time.
Can you prove that? Because as far as I'm concerned, I thought this was an action RPG. Literally 90% of the game is story and exploration. Well, no, you said it's a story-focused game. You didn't say it was a story and exploration-based game, because if it's a story and exploration game, the exploration is actually quite good. So then what percent of the game is story? Let me know.
I will say so far the exploration is pretty cool.
No, because right now you just comboed it. That's not very... That's pretty disingenuous, don't you think? I don't think you're being very genuine. So is it a story game or is it an exploration game? No wonder you're the most hated man on Twitch and the most viewed. So, anything else? You haven't brought up my divorce yet. You haven't brought up that I'm bald. You got anything else or no?
Bring up the divorce.
Most viewers like those 30 million fake pre-registrations. Oh, okay. So the viewers are fake. Okay. Why did it say that I have 91% then? So then are you saying that I have the most viewers, but allegedly 8.7% of my viewers could be fake? So are you saying that if 8% of my audience right now, which is 10,800, if let's say 1.1K of those are fake, that would drop me down to 9K.
Dude, see, this is why being a VTuber isn't fair. Look at those giant bobas. I can't compete with that. She's also a cat girl.
Which
Unfair.
would still be...
Cinder, you're unfair.
Which would still be the most by 6,000 viewers. So, what's your argument now? Doesn't woo-wop pre-registrations are real, dude? It's a joke. Okay, so let me get this right. So you've moved every single one of your points wrong, and now you're getting it to the point where you expect me to prove that the pre-registers are fake. Okay, let me show you why the pre-registers are real. And then we're gonna see where you move the goalpost to next. So if the pre-registrations are fake and there's actually no engagement or no interest online, then why does Google Trends say that currently, as of time of recording, Wuthering Waves has 5 times the amount of interest as Genshin Impact? Why does Wuthering Waves
The only VTuber I watch is Gato.
90 times the viewership of Genshin
Daddy
Impact?
Gato.
Is it because Google Trends has bought it as well? Because it's a new game? So what you're saying is the game has high interest because it's a new game? Oh my god! And you know what?
I'm gonna fast forward because
if you want to send it, I showed
you.
you.
Wait. Look at the Twitch viewership for WoW. It's already flopping like a fly. It didn't even hit 200K plus viewers on launch day. Yes, it's chat type of something. Twitch Insights. Look it up.
Mine. I was very kind, but you can send me yours. Pull it up. Chat them on mobile. No, chat. This is not your fight to battle. This is not your fight to battle. I'll pull it up when you link it.
Horsey.
I'll pull it up when
no
you
clue
link
who that is.
You can do your job. You're not going to come into my chat and tell my chat what to do. Listen, man, you wanted to step up. I've given you more than 10 minutes. All right, here we go. All right, Twitch Insights. All right, so currently, what is this? 60,000 people watching, and right now it hit at max, let's say 146,000. So Genshin Impact only has 1.6 thousand live viewers. So then I guess all the pre-registrations were fake. 7-day you're disingenuous again? You think so? How's that? What am I being disingenuous about? Look at all-time graphs, bro? Okay, I would love to. You want me to look at all-time graphs? I would love to. Oh, I don't think this is gonna prove the point that you think it's gonna prove, man. I don't think that this is gonna prove what you think it's gonna prove. I'm gonna be real, brother, man. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. So here's the thing, man. On the launch of a very big update, it only peaked at 72,000. But Wuthering Waves peaked at 146,000. So I'm gonna be real, dude. Like, your game's kind of dropping like a fly. Like, that's not, I know, 619,000 peaking. Look where it's at now.
Fangs sharp.
Look where it's at now. With COVID, is 690,000 when internet activity was increased by 417%. You know? You should be comparing Genshin's launch to WoW. No, you actually...
I know he's arguing with this person to make the video, but this is... I don't know why this guy is going this hard, but it seems pointless from his side because this guy is taking time out of his day to type this for free. Tectone, This has 5.5K. It was posted 8 hours. Oh no. This has 87,000 views within 8 hours. So 87,000 views. What you get like $1 for every 1,000 views, right? Something like that. So he's making a shit ton of money off of this video, and this dude is wasting his time.
Shouldn't, because during COVID era, internet active usage on Twitch was actually increased by 417%. Right? So no, I wouldn't compare that. And even if I did, 619,000 divided by...
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I said, like, it's fine if Genshin always lands out on top. Like, I've fully accepted that. I just want Hoyo to be a little. I want them to sweat a little bit. I want them to see Woo-Wah and just be a little. Ooh, we need to step up our game a little bit. That's what I want. I don't ever think Woo-Wah will be better than Genshin. But what I think is that Woo-Wah could be better than definitely Honkai. I think it's most likely going to stay more relevant than, unfortunately, Tower Fantasy. But I think it is definitely going to be a competitor to Genshin. You know, just like, you know, like Overwatch is to Valorant or League of Legends to Dota. There's going to be two top games, right? So right now, both of the top two games are Hoyoverse games, which is Genshin and Honkai. So having this in between Genshin and Honkai, that would be great. That would be phenomenal.
25%, because that's how much less people are on here. That would actually equate to around 150,000.
Listen,
Which is
my brain does hurt, but I'm getting through
evidence
it.
that Woo-Wah will die in a couple months if that residual viewership for even Genshin is that low. No, because the same thing for Honkai Star.
Yes. We're gonna get the more realistic numbers for this game after a month, for sure, 100%.
Where the launch of Honkai Star was actually much less than Genshin Impact. However, the game is still thriving and very comparable to Genshin, actually surpassing Genshin multiple times. So actually that argument is also invalid by previous user data. So, am I being disingenuous? The game is thriving because of good story and good characters. Woo-Wah has none of that. Okay, so are you telling me that a burger restaurant can't thrive because...
Honestly, if I could live rent-free, I would. If I could save all of my rent money, my rent and bill money every month, dear God, if I did that for a year, 100%, I would 100% do that. You do have to trade your sanity to move back in with your parents. You have to trade your sanity, but you'll save so much money.
Because the track and field store sells shoes, and if you don't sell shoes, you can't be successful.
If you do that for a year, like I said, oh my God. Do you realize I could upgrade my entire PC tenfold? I could make 10 PCs.
Or do you think that different games can be successful for different reasons?
Okay,
because
maybe
just
not 10
because
PCs,
the track and field store is successful because they sell shoes,
I could upgrade.
doesn't mean the burger restaurant can't be successful because selling burgers. They're both the same genre.
There isn't a bunch
Are
of
they?
bad children. Riku, let me come live with you.
Once again, it's like comparing Genshin to League. You're doing the same shit again. No, I'm not. Because Genshin is much more story-focused. You know, you get a 2-hour story every... it used to be 6 weeks, but now it's about every 24 weeks. And for Wuthering Waves, you actually play the game and do combat. The reason why you're saying it's different is because they are different games.
All right, I'm going to fast forward on this.
Person desperately trying to prove a point, doing over-emotional points that you weren't backing up whatsoever, and moving the goalpost and moving the goalpost and moving the goalpost. I'm good. I still think you're being a shill, but nothing I will say will change you in your echo chambers community's mind. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why would I need to shill? Why do you think I would need to shill Wuthering Waves? What makes you think that I would be incentivized to shill Wuthering Waves? Because you're the Genshin hater and you built a community around it. And now you need to save face. How would me shilling Wuthering Waves make me save face?
I think Tectone shills for the game because it's getting a shit ton of views, shit ton of money. it does have the possibility of making Genshin more competitive. And also, I think everyone is just so spiteful against Genshin, which I'm definitely a little bit spiteful against it, that we're just starving for something. We want something else. But yeah, I definitely think he's riding the weenie of Wuwa, but you know, that's fine. I ride the weenie of Tower Fantasy, and that's technically a unalive game.
Don't you think if the game was bad, I would say the game is bad and then push the goalpost to Azure Premilia? Because Azure Premilia is very, very, very casual. And that's going to be more directly comparable to Genshin Impact. So why would I need Wuthering Waves to work out when Azure Premilia is releasing later this year? And why would I need to show that when I've also made it a career of just doing general just chatting reacting now? And if out of focus, you know what I think, Tectone? You know what I think? I think you're the shill for Genshin Impact. That's what I think. I think that you're the shill. Because as far as I'm concerned, you have not picked a single issue that Genshin Impact has had this entire conversation. You're acting like it's a game that can do no wrong, and you have only pointed out negativity in the opposing game. That's what
I think this is two shills arguing. That's it. This guy loves the weenie of Genshin, and Techie loves the weenie of Wuwa.
I think.
Wuwa.
Even Asmund said, Wuwa is a great combat-focused game that's brought down by everything else. Okay, well, I think Asmund wasn't giving a full, in-depth opinion on what he was saying, because that is a straight-up incorrect take. Okay? Here's what Wuthering Waves does very good. Exploration, movement, combat. Even the player reward system and endgame systems. Okay? Here's what Wuthering Waves has not done good yet. Voice acting and story. The characters, in my opinion, the males are better than any of the males in Hoyoverse games. The females are lackluster until Yinlin comes out. I would also like to say that Genshin Impact's 1.0 story, I shit you not, was fighting a spirit of a spiral abyss mage on top of Dvalin, and the story has not progressed barely anything in 3 years. Where is our brother? Who knows? Yes, and those are the two most important aspects for a live service game to last long. Okay, so are you telling me that people play World of Warcraft only for the story, and the raid mechanics in PvP aren't why people are playing it? Because as far as I'm concerned, Final Fantasy XIV is a more story-based heavy game, and World of Warcraft is a more mechanically intensive game, meaning that two of games that are similar live services and similar models can exist for different reasons. Do you get it yet or no? You keep saying 1.0 Genshin is bad, but it's iconic. People who don't even play Genshin know Amber and Jean and shit. Yeah, from the porn and the oversaturation of marketing. And also it was during COVID. Genshin came out before COVID. COVID happened in December. Virus was discovered in Wuhan, China in 2019 and spread rapidly around the globe. It was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization in March 2020. Genshin Impact release date, September 28th, 2020. So, what were you saying? So let me get this right. I'm going to show you Google showing you with direct evidence that you're wrong, and you're still going to defend your point. How about you say I'm sorry I misspoke. Genshin came out in September, COVID came out in December.
Keep your fangs sharp.
I'll pull it up again. Virus discovered in Wuhan, China in 20...
Well, wait, the lockdowns were... It was only for what? 2 months? Which was... I mean, at least here in Texas, it was like most of January and February, right? So Genshin came out pretty long after the lockdowns ended, right? For most states. Genshin created COVID.
2019 spread rapidly around the globe. It was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization.
Because my... whenever I played Genshin, it was definitely well after. Or wait. Shit, I wasn't paying attention.
Organization in March 2020. Genshin Impact, September 28th, 2020. All
Yeah.
right, we're gonna pull it up again. We're gonna wait. You're being disingenuous again. Okay, so I just want to make sure.
Oh, I started playing, I think, a year after Genshin came out. Yeah.
We can move forward with this conversation, but you need to acknowledge that you're wrong. Once you acknowledge that you're wrong, we can move forward. Because we're not gonna get anywhere. You're not gonna get anywhere unless you actually tell the truth. I misspoke on that. Okay, great, you're banned. Retard. Jesus Christ. Fucking dumbass, bro.
Well, that was kind of a pointless video, but... Wait, so... No, because I got the last graduation before COVID hit, and COVID hit January, February, and like March. And Genshin came out September 28th in 2020. So that was after the lockdowns, wasn't it? So December was whenever whenever COVID was first identified, cuz I used to be super into politics at that time, and I was warning everyone saying, "Hey, there's this weird virus going around China, and I feel like once it comes here, everyone is going to freak out. So we should probably stock up on a little bit of food, a little bit extra water. Don't go crazy, just whenever you go, just get a little bit extra." And then everyone said that I was crazy, that I was paranoid, and I was just like, "Listen, there's nothing wrong with buying a little bit extra." And then guess what? A month later, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you." Yeah. I was right. But anyways, so yeah, so Genshin came out after the lockdowns. At least in Texas. So I think Tectone might definitely be wrong on this.
Because we're not going to...
Like on the COVID part. I can double check if it's different for other states. I know some states stayed locked down way longer, but...
Get anywhere?
All right.
You're not going to...
All right, well, yeah, that was the end of the video. Genshin Impact is better than Wuthering Waves in every way. I don't think Genshin Impact is better than Wuthering Waves in every single way. There's pros and cons to both. Who cares? Play both. Have fun. It doesn't matter. Life is meaningless. Let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Anyways, if I do make this into a video, thank you for tuning in, everyone on YouTube. I do really appreciate it. Definitely check me out on Twitch. I stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday without fail. And now with Woo-Wah, I am streaming a lot more often during the week. So, if you have time, come check me out. And if not, just give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll take it. Anyways, whatever time it is for you, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye!